have arrived. Autumn leaves. LawLiet, our red competitor in the bottom left. And in our Night Elf mirror, his opponent, Spiral, in the top right. Sporting the yellow trunks. You guys have seen these players before. You know we're in for a good one here tonight. Agent of War coming up online. Basically in as close as you can get to these creeps without aggroing them. And a mirror image right across. Spiral also preparing. Just working out some kinks here. Here we go. Alright, Moonwell is up. Keeper the Grove. First hero to be taken for LawLiet versus Demon Hunter for Spiral. Should be an interesting play here to see how those heroes play off one another. Gonna be starting to plant some wisps around the map, get some map visibility here. As both players are preparing for what should be an enduring series. Ancient of War creeping has started for Spiral here. Thank you for follow, won't care. Just gonna disable follows throughout the gameplay. For now. Alright, and Spiral finishing off this green camp over here. Pretty effortless and standard. Meanwhile, Keeper the Grove opting to have some treants do his bidding. Easy snipes of the green camps as both players move along. And the Demon Hunter is going to go pay a visit to LawLiet. Spiral has other plans. Archer's well within his grasp. Going to get a couple slices off on this Archer here. Archer's going to go take a sip out of that Moonwell. Be in good position to just fall back, kite this Demon Hunter all day long. While the Keeper of the Grove's going to continue on to the next green camp here. But will be scouted by the Wisp of Spiral. One Archer is going to potentially fall, but did get some healing. The last of the Moon Juice here. Demon Hunter wants a piece of this. Wants to make value out of this early push. Oh, Keeper of the Grove continuing. Over in the bottom right. Demon Hunter just chasing these archers around. These archers still have yet to fall, and one will shadow meld just in time for nighttime. And now we have Demon Hunter stuck on level 1. Just used a lot of time chasing archers around the map. He's going to take a break here, and a reveal has been used. In case you're wondering where that was used, this Wisp right here on the laboratory. So we did get some value out of that push from Spiral's side.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gonna go after the merchant camp next. Keeper the Grove. Now gonna creep a little bit of Spiral's side. Baiting that lightning shield onto the treants. You want to pull that back. I think you got the XP just in time. Gonna get damage on both of those wolves. Very nice to see. Very clean execution there. Spiral. Wounded Demon Hunter. But buying that Boots of Spree, you don't have to be too afraid. You just have to watch out for some entangles, but low mana Keeper. Far away from home, far away from those Moonwells. I don't think you're going to be entangled anytime soon. And now Demon Hunter is back up to full health. Draining all of the mana from the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper now has to Shadow Meld with the help of Cloak of Shadows. And a reveal is cast. Potentially unexpected. And a triple surround, right? Using the tree as the 4th point of the diamond. Well done by Spiral. No room for mistakes in this matchup. This Demon Hunter is out for blood and wants more of that archer tastiness. Keeper of the Grove well healed up, ready to continue back on with this game. Demon Hunter and Naga Sea Witch attacking this back line of archers right in their face. Gonna bring back that wounded archer. Demon Hunter continues to chase it back, taking a lot of damage from the archers and the Keeper of the Grove, falling into red health now in critical percentages. Another Naga Sea Witch coming out for LawLiet as reveals are on the field from Spiral, revealing those shadow melded archers, and it is enough to take one down, but the Sea Witch falls. And potentially the Demon Hunter, but the Demon Hunter is going to TP out, and only one archer fell in return for the Naga Sea Witch. So LawLiet with a good snipe there, claiming the Sea Witch.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the Wisp caught where it shouldn't be. Will pay and didn't get that detonate off. Take it down this natural expo here. Spiral creeping on along. Did hit that level 3. Opted in for level 2 mana burn. And same story over here. These players, they know the creep routes so well, you're going to see them creeping the map almost the same exact way. However, the aggressor definitely seems to be Spiral this game, almost taking another poke at LawLiet's army in the middle of the map here. Going for this nice direwolf camp here, as he will get a visit from LawLiet at the most unfortunate time here for a creep jack, but the item does go to the Demon Hunter, drops a healing ward in the back. That's going to help keep everything sustained as much as possible, but the Demon Hunter sustaining heavy damage with that, the help of that entangle, and the Naga Sea Witch also taking some damage. Frost arrows raining in from Spiral to try to lock it down, and one entangle will help secure one of these archers from Spiral. About 6 archers to 4 archers at the moment. Staffs of Preservation are online, sending the Sea Witch back to get healed up, going right to tier 3, and double Ancient of Wind for LawLiet. Meanwhile, double Ancient Allure also going to tier 3 for Spiral. So it should be an interesting turn of events to see what's coming out of the double wins versus what's coming out of the double lures. Looks like potentially getting upgrades first, Dryad upgrades and Bear upgrades.
A player's forces
And another engagement down in the center of the map. Demon Hunter looping around. Gonna go back and collect the rest of his forces. Now Dryad's on the map. Those Envenomed Spears certainly gonna help slow down some of these archers, get some lockdowns. You see the effect of that slowdown there. LawLiet potentially gonna lose another archer here, but it is staffed to save just in time. Ancient of War getting into better position here. And both Wisps here with full access to reveal. Kind of interesting, like the Wisps can't attack each other, they just coexist here. Ready to reveal the armies of the other player.
The player's forces are under attack.
LawLiet going for the more difficult of the expansions in the southernmost part of the map. Meanwhile, Spiral opting to go for the laboratory, pulling it out into his territory. Better and safer creep position. Checking in on the macros here. Going right to bear form in these ancient allures. Going for hippos, potentially mass archer hippo here.
A player's forces are under attack.
How effective will it be against a Dryad bear army? Here we are. The hippos have come to the army, picked up a couple archers to be ridden, and are off to start scouting. Potentially get a couple snipes on some Dryads. Continuing creeping along, LawLiet seems to be looking for Spiral, has not been able to find him just yet, or might just be paying a visit to the main base to take down some Wisps. Not sure yet of the master plan of LawLiet here with these hippogriffs. And we are going to end up at the main base of Spiral. We're going to snipe down some of these wisps. Also see the double ancient allure, so he has some idea of what is going on here. And also to match this.
A player's forces are under attack.
Spiral also knows what is going on here with the hippogriffs. Unfortunately, Grinchy with a little lag there. Forced to leave. All good. Competitors continue on. Staff back home here for the Naga Sea Witch. Meanwhile, Spiral creeping along. The Legion Doomhorn. Nice pickup there.
A town is under siege.
And some more harassment attempts from LawLiet going after these wisps.
A player's forces
Constant
are under attack.
nuisance to the home base of Spiral. Forcing that Demon Hunter back with the Orb of Venom. Gonna be able to fend off those Huntresses for the time being. But they're gonna be right back in your face, Spiral. Be ready. Rejuve's going out on the whole army. We have 4 bears here ready to be morphed. Sending out those rejuvenations. Meanwhile, LawLiet's plan right now is take out the lumber economy of Spiral.
A player's forces are under siege.
Ancient of War getting pressed down by the bears here. It looks like it is going to fall. Ancient Protector doing what it can to push back this bear army. This bear army is powerful, and they are bloodthirsty right now, going for everything that LawLiet has. Priestess of the Moon sitting in the back, True Shot Aura. Also an Orb of Venom. And Huntresses are here and well equipped to help take down these bears. One bear in Druid form does fall, and Archers raining down arrows onto the air. This is enough to push it back. Keeper of the Grove sustaining heavy damage, mana burn, but does have a healing potion to save it. Healing Ward in the back to sustain the Spiral army here of bears, archers, and dryads, as these hippogriffs are raining down arrows, and it is enough to take down the Demon Hunter of Spiral. A very wounded army of LawLiet here, but it seems like it might be enough to push back Spiral, as these hippos are falling one by one.
A player's forces are under attack.
Unfortunately, I do apologize. I think we lost War 3 booster on my end. I will try to restart it once the battles calm down here. Staff on to the Sea Witch. Get them back. But the Moon Juice is low. It's going to be tough to get back, to get this whole army back up to full health. Everything is wounded from LawLiet. Let me see if I can get War 3 booster restarted here. I'd love to have War 3 booster back. Might not be playing nice with me today, unfortunately. I might have to restart my client after this game, but not a big deal.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, after that heavy engagement down at LawLiet's base, Spiral recovering nicely here. Continuing to creep on, opting to just do normal resurrection of the Demon Hunter. Back at the home base and going for the red camp here, going to be rewarded with the Django of Endurance. A fine item to go along with your Night Elf Air army here. And some Druids of the Talon to back up. More Talons on the way, and these Talons are fully upgraded. Crow Form, Cyclone, Fairy Fire, all online. Some Owl Scouts here following Spiral around. Gonna have constant visibility of all of his movements. Demon Hunter is here, ready to pounce, ready to take revenge on what was taken from him last fight, which was his life. Demon Hunter is scouted by the Owl Scout. Push back slightly. Want to make sure you're not out of position here. You can't afford any mistakes against LawLiet. Strong 59 food army from Spiral going up against the 50 food under upkeep army from LawLiet. And here we go. We are having another battle underway. Critical mana burn onto the Keeper of the Grove, but a staff getting that bear out just in time. Bears are being pushed back by the Hippogriffs. Demon Hunter cycloned up. This can be so hard to deal with. Bears finally getting to the backline here. Keeper of the Grove taking critical damage and falls from the Forked Lightning. And so does the... Oh, the Priestess did get back. Maybe staffed back just in time by the Naga Sea Witch. Mana burns continue to go on to the Naga Sea Witch. Very effective at minus 100. A chunk here. Moonstone Perch is going to get some moon juice back in play. Priest of the Moon Invuln Pot is forced here, and Spiral definitely had an effective push there. Rejuve's going out onto the Bears, getting them back up to full health, as a couple will be staffed back for immediate healing from the Moonwells. Spiral wants to push again, and he will push again. He's going after the altar. LawLiet in pretty good position here, but those Forked Lightnings are so potent, pushing back the Priestess and the Naga Sea Witch, both in critical condition right now. One more Forked Lightning could spell the end of that Priestess and of that Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch falls, bought a Staff of Preservation, but it might not be enough. LawLiet calls GG in game 1, goes to Spiral. Gonna restart my client quick. Try to get War 3 booster back online before we get started. A great game from LawLiet and Spiral. Really back and forth there, but at the end of the day, that Demon Hunter was able to really push that Night Elf army back, push those heroes back, get into great position. And the Forked Lightning so potent coming from the Sea Witch. Just so strong all throughout. See if we get War 3 booster back up and running here. Get ready for game 2. And working out some of the servers here. Update this scoreboard right now. Spiral 1, LawLiet 0. Yeah, gonna be a couple minutes here waiting for Spiral to enter the lobby and get started. But what'd you all think of that game? Very impressive performance from Spiral. Down but not out in the middle of that game, losing the Demon Hunter. But continued creeping, continued going on with the master plan. Bears, Dryads, Archers. And was able to take it down. And collect the win in game 1. And just a quick look at our bracket again so you see where we are today. We are in the middle of LawLiet versus Spiral right now. I think Spiral is marked here as an Orc player, but he has opted to play Night Elf. So Night Elf mirror here, Spiral versus LawLiet. And these guys might be switching their order. I want to make sure I get the scores right here on my War 3 booster, if it does decide to work. Hopefully it does. X-Lord versus Todd going on right now at Back to Warcraft. Definitely a very hype matchup. And then after that, we're going to do some loser brackets. And then after that, Sock versus Soen right here. Focus versus Michael will be on the Stream A. Some further vetoes going on right now. Just working out the next map here. And we are underway. Here we go. 2100 MMR. Grandmasters facing off on Amazonia for Game 2. In the bottom left, we do have Spiral, our reigning defending champion from Game 1. Going to be Ancient of War creeping this orange camp right here, and same going on the top. LawLiet looking to come back, even the series 1-1. Should be an interesting 1v1 elf mirror here on Amazonia. Last game we were on Autumn Leaves. Neither Night Elf opted to Expo. But it wasn't needed. LawLiet stayed under upkeep most of the game, if not all of the game. Went for the Mass Hippogriffs and a couple Talons. Meanwhile, Spiral went for Bears, Dryads, and pushed and broke upkeep. Before that battle, level 4 Demon Hunter did fall earlier in the matchup,
A player's forces are under attack.
but was revived right back at the altar and was a critical component in the endgame victory there, as well as the Naga Sea Witch with the potent fork lightnings. Just really incredible, baiting that that lightning shield here, but it will be dispelled by the Wisp of Spiral. Demon Hunter's going to take out that Archmage there, Ring of Protection for its efforts. And a ring also going to the Demon Hunter in the south. We will have a Demon Hunter Mirror showdown on Amazonia. And getting confirmation in the chat, Spiral is now full elf, potentially a permanent race change. No longer playing Orc. Even in the Headhunter Farseer meta, opting to go for Night Elf. Go for the easier yellow camp here. LawLiet continuing. Spiral doing much of the same down in the bottom right of the map. Archers are scouting all over the map, trying to get some visibility on one another. Wisps are being planted around the map as well. Creeps being pulled all directions here.
A player's forces are under attack.
And this is a big difference I see between GNL matches and this, and I know there is a huge gap. Just the raw amount of scouting. I mean, there are units all over the map right now.
The town is under siege.
So if I'm learning anything from these games, scout. Demon Hunter looking to take down the Shadow Priest, take its item. Probably get on out of here. And Spiral gonna push back these archers. Doesn't like that position, them right in his face. Mana burns on one another here, minus 50 apiece. As the Demon Hunter's going to town. Reveal is popped on the Archer. Try to reveal it and kill it, but Archer's a little too quick to get out of there. And this Archer's probably going to make it far enough to be able to pop Shadow Meld as well. Mana burns on one another yet again. This Demon Hunter really wants to take something. Wants to get some value out of this. So LawLiet is forced to be pushed back.
Forces are under attack.
And will take down the rest of this green camp. Going to take down the Kobold Bashers here, who will bash your army at the most inconvenient time. Typically for me, only when I'm getting creep jacked does the bash percentage turn into 100%. And the Arch is finishing off one of the kobolds, stealing some of the XP from Spiral here, as a Naga Sea Witch is purchased and immediately mana burn. Another Naga Sea Witch purchased from Spiral, and we do have double Sea Witch, double Demon Hunter. Everyone is slicing each other, and one Naga Sea Witch falls from LawLiet, but the Demon Hunter in big trouble here from Spiral, forced the TP back. Reveals down, trying to take one more casualty, and it does get denied by LawLiet. It will take down the rest of this camp, but paid the price of the Naga Sea Witch's life. And another encounter here, 87. All of the mana is now burned from Spiral, chasing LawLiet's Demon Hunter back, who is now level 3. And those mana burns are going to start getting more and more potent. Starting now to target the Naga Sea Witch, down to 215 mana. Ancient of War eating some trees, trying to stay alive as some of Spiral's Wisps now in play, draining the rest of the mana from the Sea Witch and bringing the Demon Hunter down to sub 100. Only a couple archers here to defend LawLiet, as the Shredder is brought into play. Potential all-in push here from Spiral. Heavy damage onto the Demon Hunter, but Spiral's heroes are also heavily damaged. Archers raining in on the Demon Hunter. And double Shredder. It's Shredder madness here at LawLiet's base. Demon Hunter has now switched focus to the back line of Spiral. Those archers are falling quickly as the Demon Hunter is going to town. And one Demon Hunter is going to fall from Spiral, caught slightly overextending there. And now, Spiral calls GG. We're going to game 3. And that escalated so quickly. So quickly. Just one overextension from Spiral cost him the game. Demon Hunter slightly out of position there, right at the end. Really nice performance from both our players there. LawLiet and Spiral taking this to an exciting game 3. And we're gonna get a prediction up for this one. I think I have to wait, because if I put this prediction up right now, you'll all know it goes to game 3. So I'm going to look at my my stream over here. So I'm trying to be a smart streamer here, trying not to spoil the results. So I'm just gotta X-Lord 2-0 Todd. Oh wow. X-Lord out for blood after getting defeated by Johnny last tournament. Todd, we might be casting your game today. That's exciting. As someone who's been watching Todd for a long time, it'd be really cool to cast one of his games. All right, we are in the lobby. We are ready. Go is called, and we're off to settle the score of this series. Game 3, Last Refuge, LawLiet versus Spiral. Update our scoreboards here. LawLiet even the score in Game 2. As we take it to a Game 3 on Last Refuge. Spiral in the bottom left. And in our top right, donning the red trunks, LawLiet. Very strong game from LawLiet, Game 2. Evening the series 1-1. Alright, and what are we going to see this game? We saw Demon Hunter Mirror last game. Priestess of the Moon for Spiral versus Demon Hunter of LawLiet. Interesting here. So first game we had Keeper versus Demon on Autumn Leaves. Second game, Demon Hunter Mirror. And now third game, Demon Hunter Priestess of the Moon. Should be very interesting. Have some Spiral fans in the chat.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ancient War creeping has begun for Spiral. The Priest of the Moon will be out shortly to clean up this. Wisps planting themselves around the map, and LawLiet also beginning green camp as well. Demon Hunter soon to be out to clean this camp up as well. Oh, Nika. Sorry to hear you burnt your lunch. Spiral appreciates that. Trapper locking down this Wisp. But it will be detonated to prevent XP.
A player's forces are under attack.
LawLiet continuing across, looping around to these green camps. Taking down the Murloc camp with ease. Not without the sight of Spiral. Spiral's going to take a look at what's going on here. As archers continue to come out to support the Priestess.
A player's forces are under
Demon Hunter
attack.
going to go back at a splash of Moon Juice just to top off. As Spiral continues to finish off this lower green camp. Yeah, Tower Taker. We do have Spiral, who has turned to the elf side. Apparently permanently. And our first encounter of the game, Priest of the Moon, searing arrows onto the archers, trying to get a pick off here. Will be shadow melded, both units here. Now everyone is shadow melded except the Demon Hunter. And we're going to have a standoff until Reveal is popped. Reveal is popped and it's on. Priestess of the Moon running back, getting into better position here as the Demon Hunter will chase it around the trees. Some burns going down onto the Priestess, minimizing the amount of searing arrows that are going to be able to be fired off. But it's nothing that a little Moon Juice can't help. And one more slash before the Demon Hunter has to switch focus to the in-progress Moonwell, and it looks like we'll get a cancel there. Not before burning the rest of the mana from the Priestess. But the Priest is just one right click away from one of these Moonwells getting topped right back off here. Checking on the macros, going to tier 2 for LawLiet. Also, 80% done with tier 2 for Spiral. Archers for both players.
A player's forces are under attack.
Looks like we're going to have a timely creepjack here from Spiral. Wants a piece of that troll right there, but is not going to be able to get it. The XP will go to LawLiet, but some searing arrows and normal arrows will be flying into the Demon Hunter, pushing it back. Going to have to be topped off by the Moonwell, but has popped a replenishment potion. Potentially minimize just the amount of Moon Juice that you need to use, potentially getting ready for a push as the Naga Sea Witch is now online. Tier 2 is ready, but LawLiet needs to get to the tavern first before he can buy his own Naga Sea Witch. Both players opting really have gone for Sea Witch in all games so far. And Spiral wants to take over this merchant camp, wants to take the experience, deny it from LawLiet, and LawLiet can't get through, can't buy a second hero. The pathway to a Naga Sea Witch is blocked. How's LawLiet going to respond? You could potentially swing this Wisp around and purchase one. Looks like that is going to happen. Because you have to get that up, and going for the Pit Lord for some extra frontline support. Demon Hunter doing its job, draining all of the mana of the Priestess of the Moon and trying to get some snipes on the backline there. Wisp's here to repair that Ancient Protector. Meanwhile, Rain of Fire has started on the archers from the Pit Lord here. Shadow Meld just in time as Demon Hunter making sure, and nice play there by LawLiet, raining a fire on the Invis archers. As both players slightly retreat back, but the push has restarted from Spiral. Spiral does want to push this in. Wants to take advantage of this timing as the lures have started for LawLiet. Meanwhile, back at home for Spiral here, no tier 2 buildings have started to come online yet, but an Ancient of War is planted just south of LawLiet's base. Going to be just sending in a constant stream of archers, and that Rain of Fire forcing Spiral to be pushed back. The zoning capabilities of that Rain of Fire certainly showing its strength in Game 3 here. So far, seemingly a great hero pickup by LawLiet, the Pit Lord. Archers and the ranged heroes of Spiral want to take down this Ancient of War, but the Rain of Fire will zone out Spiral yet again. Pit Lord's starting to run low on mana here. Gonna need to get back to that Moonwell if you want any more Rain of Fires. Demon Hunter trying to get into a position to potentially burn some mana from the Sea Witch, but push back slightly. Can't overextend that Demon Hunter. It'll take so much damage from these archers, so you can see it falling quickly, but also tap that Moon Juice just as fast. Wisp going back to try to drain some mana from the Pit Lord, and a couple detonates do go off from the Pit Lord. Pit Lord is now low on mana. Ancient Protector focus firing on this Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon falling to 95 health. Needs to be careful here as archers are raining down on one another, forcing Spiral to TP back, trying to get an archer kill for consolation and not able to pick one off, unfortunately. And we are back in a stalemate position where LawLiet has defended the push of Spiral. Spiral has no tier 2 units in production at the moment that I can see, but triple Ancient of War. One back at home and two right south of LawLiet's base.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Mass Archers is the play for Spiral. No upgrades yet. Looks like we will get another push. Spiral smells blood and he wants the Game 3 now. He wants to proceed to the next round. Will Mass Archers be the right call here, as Bears have Rejuves and Master Form right now, but only one lore in the back. Ancient Protectors slightly out of range here, not able to get rocks thrown at those archers just yet, and the arrows are just raining down on LawLiet right now. So much damage from Spiral. Look at all these archers. 48 food worth of heroes, archers, and wisps. And the archers sniping down these wisps, preventing any sort of repair from happening. Ancient Protector focus firing on the Priestess yet again. That damage will add up over time, potentially force that Invuln pot to be popped. No TP for Spiral here, so this is suggesting potentially an all-in. Bears now getting to the front line, but getting rained down on. The Bears falling so quickly, already down to 20% health. Trying to rebuild that Ancient of War for LawLiet here. Arrows raining in on the Demon Hunter, pushing him back, buying a potion of healing, popping it immediately. And a potential oh no, that was an Ancient of War from Spiral. Sorry, not LawLiet. Try to take down this Ancient Protector, push in further, get into better position for this attack. As the next target of LawLiet is the Naga Sea Witch, who does pop the Invuln Pot. Level 3 going to the Priestess of the Moon. Priestess opts to take level 2 True Shot, already increasing the damage of all of these ranged units. Another Ancient of War going up for Spiral, right in the face of LawLiet, is cancelled, and a Rain of Fire could have maybe forced these archers to zone out, but the Pit Lord smells blood, decided to cancel the cast and go after the Sea Witch. TP is forced onto the Demon Hunter. LawLiet in a really critical position right now. Low health Demon Hunter had to TP back in a very vulnerable position right now, but cannot crack this Ancient Protector. A lot of archers falling for Spiral. Priestess in a really vulnerable position, only 50 health right now. Now down, and the Shadow Bell was just a smidge too late. The Ancient Protector with the kill on the Priestess. I mean, this Ancient Protector is the MVP of this game right now. It's carrying this defense. The Demon Hunter back in play, trying to take down this Ancient of War. Naga Sea Witch in the position, trying to strike down this Demon Hunter, raining the Frost Arrows down. Demon Hunter smells blood, wants to take this Naga Sea Witch out, staffed out by the Pit Lord, into good position, buys another item, gets rejuve. The Demon Hunter looking to get back in play, and LawLiet's holding this. LawLiet is holding this attack off. And GG is called by Spiral. LawLiet taking game 3. And we'll proceed to the next round.